Nice. Hey guys, I'm Sean Hammond with PremierGuitar.com. We're at the Spector basses booth. We got Stuart Spector, who made this amazing bass right here. But right here is the man himself, Rudy Sarzo, who has played in like a bajillion amazing bands from with Ozzy and Quiet Riot and White Snake
and Dio. Jeff Tate version of Queensryche, and
yeah, a few things. Rudy, you have a new signature bass here.
Right.
Want to tell the story about this?
Bass. Yeah, I've been. I started playing with Jeff Tate about 5 years ago, and we were doing it was his version of Queensryche. So we were doing Operation Mindcrime.
Yeah.
And the Spector on that record, and just about every Queensryche record, the Spector is a character. It's like a
signature part of the sound.
Yeah, it's like it has a personality, And I knew that I could not do justice with the bass that I was playing at the time sonically, And the fans, they expect certain sounds, They wanted to sound just like the record. So I contacted PJ, and he provided me with the bass, and I've been playing Spector ever since.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what? What really happened was, and by the time that I was playing Spector, I have been playing for about 30 years. All of a sudden, I got the best compliments about my tone that I've ever had.
That's saying something.
And I'm going like, okay, I know it sounds great on stage, but I didn't know that it just really translated. Because once you go out into the audience and it goes into the mix, it's pretty much about whatever the house engineer is all about. But this bass has certain qualities that will cut through anything.
So you got hooked on Spector through a different version, and then you came back to Stuart and worked on your signature model. Is that how it worked?
No, actually no, because I've been working with Spector for over 5 years now.
So this is what you used originally with Jeff Tate?
No, I used the standard Euro.
Okay. And then you guys developed this after that.
All that, yeah, because when they asked me, hey, do you want to have your own signature? I wanted to make sure that it was not just cosmetically different. That of course it kept the spirit and the essence of a Spector, what it is, but just add a little variation. So you just worked on the electronics, basically.
There's like a lot of variation to me, and obviously the point that grabs your eyes the most is the pickups with the LEDs. You want to start there?
Yes, the pickups, not only the pickups, but also the fact that this bass, there's a scoop on this horn down here, so you have complete accessibility to all 24 frets. Because if I see a fret, I want to play it. And I don't want to struggle to reach, so that's one of the things that was added to this model. And also more mass back and, behind the bridge.
Now, was that for more of an ergonomic thing with balance, or like to add more oomph and low end? Or?
I think for a design, in order to be able to facilitate the lower scoop, they moved it a little bit down just to add, to bring it down, so it's more like down here, Yeah.
So, and was that more of a tonal decision, or to help with balance of the instrument?
It was one of those things that it was done, and we say, okay, let's see how this is going to work, and it just gave it its own characteristic. It still sounds like a Spector, but it's a variety of a tone to it. It just added.
Okay. Tell us about the pickups. I'm mainly a guitar player. I dabble in bass, but I'm not familiar with Sims.
Yeah, these are Sims pickups, and I saw them last year at the NAMM show, and then again, I just wanted to have a feature that was very unique, because there's so many iconic tones and models, Spector models, that I wanted to be able to contribute and add something,
So is this
something a little bit different, So I saw this, and I spoke with PJ and Stuart and see if they were into it, the idea, and obviously they were, because that's why we're here. And yeah, these are Sims. They're switchable from a single coil. And red is split coil, single is green, humbucker blue. And
so when you say split coil, like a P pickup.
Yeah. Okay. So this will be like a PJ. With the single coil and the split pickup right here. This is all humbuckers, Or if you use the blend pod, you can go. This will be all. It's like a precision. Of course, you got the EQs.
And are these active or passive?
Oh, it's active, passive Bartolini preamp.
Okay.
Yeah. So I could not be any more excited about this bass.
Do you tend to switch back and forth between active and passive a lot?
You know, because then you're adding another layer. You know, there's something about the Spector that has its own energy when you play it, and sometimes when you have a preamp, the preamp will determine how much that energy. You know, it's kind of like putting it in a box, and once you bypass the preamp, what you're actually hearing is the bass itself, not the electronics, but the actual wood. You know, and this is such a magnificent.
Which part which one of those do you find yourself playing the most?
It's really interesting. That's a great question. I find it that the louder the guitars, the more passive I want to get, because passive sits in a certain frequency.
Doesn't hog up too much of the mix.
Doesn't get buried by like
competing with other instruments.
Yes, this shelving in the frequency shelving in passive mode.
Cool. Do you mind playing a few different examples of the switching options?
Yeah. Okay. Right now, okay, we're. You hear that?
Active, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, active with all the EQ up, and actually, I just have the front pickup. This is blended now.
That's the split.
Yeah, and I have the rear pickup, which is blue now in humbucker, and then you can actually go. This is the PJ configuration. See, it's more focus, you know.
Did you say there's also a blend control?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you can. Okay, this is the back pickup. This is the front pickup. Very focused, low end, without being muddy.
Yeah.
You know, I just love that. I've tried this in different systems, and it's consistent wherever you take it.
Do you have any other favorite settings you want to show us?
Oh,
Too many options?
You know what happens is, you know, you listen to, wait, this is great for recording, which I've used it a lot. And you audition settings. You set things.
Dial it in for the context.
Yeah, and you listen to see how the frequency sits with the guitars. Sometimes you're playing with guitars that are not very overdriven or saturated, so you're looking at a whole different shelving for the bass frequency, you know. And sometimes you need something, you know, that is more like, you know, all humbuckers. You know, you need to sit there, especially. That, or sometimes you need to see how that's more of the mid-range to it, you know. So this is an incredibly versatile instrument, you know.
Before we go, why don't we just have you tell us, is it all maple body or just Stuart? What are the woods on here?
Okay, hold on. Let me sneak over here. This one has a figured maple top on it and a European alder wood back, and so they're sandwiched together. There's half and half on that. And of course, it's wonderful to be working with Rudy and to have this wonderful instrument come together for even more fun and productivity.
This man is a legend. Really is.
I know.
Likewise.
This is the dream come true. To be shaking his hand and playing his bass.
Play.
Look at the love here.
Playing is the word. Play music, have fun, bring joy to yourself, and bring joy to the world.
Absolutely.
All the best.
Now this is going for like $28.99.
Yes, that is correct.
Why don't you tell people, Stuart, where to go online to find out more, and Rudy, if you want to tell any about your new music projects, like a website for that or anything.
Yes. Facebook and Twitter is the best place for me. Rudy Sarzo.
Follow Rudy Sarzo on Facebook. Cool.
Yeah.
And Stuart, have them go to
SpectorBass.com.
Nice. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Sean Hammond for PremierGuitar.com. Signing off from NAMM.